Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing really well. Thought I'd just do a quick update video for you and let you know what's going on over here. I'd be busy. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I've been working on the hip hop course. As usual, it's just taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. And I actually just finished my second album for Artlist, which I just submitted to them, and I also uploaded it to Spotify. Usually takes about 5 days or so to go live on Spotify and all the other streaming platforms, so just waiting for that to happen. I actually want to talk a little bit more about Spotify because some really interesting things are happening there as of late. But before I do, I'll just do a quick spring overview and just give you some updates as to what's been happening with sales and such. It feels to me like there's been some, a lot of changes happening as of late. Motion Array, of course, just putting out that email saying that there's going to be some uploading changes, and as well, they mentioned in their email that there's going to be it's going to be the first of many changes to come throughout the year. So I'm curious as to what they have coming down the pipe. As you all know, Audio Jungle making big moves with shutting down or shutting the doors to new authors coming in for the next 6 months or so. So we'll see how that plays out. A little bit of drama with 100 Audio as well. A lot of authors mentioned to me recently that their tracks just kind of disappeared overnight. The library mentioned that they were having some issues with the certification process, and they've kind of upped the requirements for having to prove that you're the author of the track. They're the only library that does that, as far as I know. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around that a little bit, but I know a lot of authors are kind of cheesed off about that. None of my tracks disappeared; they're all there. But they do require, pretty significant proof that you did write the track, like a screenshot and like 2 lead tracks and like MIDI and everything. It's kind of weird. But anyway, that's something that happened recently. So it feels like there's been like a bit of a shakeup recently. Like a lot of things are changing, as they always do in this industry. So with regards to sales, things have been pretty steady for me. I can't complain too much, although I did see a reduction in my monthly income on Motion Array after my epic January and February months where I was doing like $1,000 a month. And that's just because I switched gears pretty dramatically and I started putting all my free time into course creation. I was also working on another project that took up a lot of my time. So I wasn't able to upload as regularly in that, 3 months or so since February. I probably uploaded just a small handful of tracks. So despite that, I was actually really happy to see that my sales managed to stay afloat at around $500 a month, even though I was uploading so little. So I was really happy about that. In the future, I would like obviously to get back up to where I was in January and February, but I think that is going to require like quite a bit more time just to dedicate to writing for Motion Array specifically, and other libraries as well. Audio Jungle and 100 Audio still get sales for me every now and then. Nothing to get too excited about. I probably do about like $100 a month from those collectively. So again, same situation, just haven't been uploading that much. As I mentioned in my last live stream, Pond 5 is, I pretty much don't really mention it anymore because I just get no sales on Pond 5, unfortunately. I know it's not a dead library. I mean, I have plenty of friends that tell me they get regular sales on Pond 5, but for me, it just doesn't seem like a good match, and that's the way it goes sometimes. I've mentioned in previous videos that not every library is going to be a good match for your music, and that's totally cool. So with regards to Artlist, things have been going well there. I've been spending a lot more time just working on specific albums of music for Artlist, and I've just been taking my sweet time with tracks and getting really, really detail focused. To be totally honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what I can and can't say about my experience specifically with Artlist, just because it's a new library I'm working with. I'm going to err on the side of caution and maybe assume that they don't want me to talk about specific details of the back end. But I will say that my experience with them thus far has been absolutely totally awesome. Nothing but positive reviews from me, and really easy to communicate with the staff there. And you are able to see your downloads and your stats. So that's been totally mind-blowing because, I just can't even believe how many downloads I've gotten my music there. And it just really makes me so happy that my music is getting so much reach there. So it looks as though, Artlist and I are a good fit for each other. One really interesting thing that's happened since my first album has gone live on Artlist is that my Spotify monthly listeners have dramatically increased. I mean, it's like a relatively low number, it's nothing to brag about, but it was like at 5 monthly listeners, for a long, long time. And it seems to be going up slowly over time, which is really cool. I noticed the tracks from the album are also showing up on like user created Spotify playlists randomly, which is cool. And this is the exact same album I submitted to Artlist, by the way. Like, so I imagine that, that's where they came across the track in the first place, because I certainly never promoted the album, on my own in any way. I literally didn't even do like a social media post about it or anything. So it's pretty cool to work with a library that actually has an impact on your Spotify stats. So it shows you how much like reach they actually have, which is impressive. And, I think that it goes back to them having like a more personalized approach and promoting the independent authors that are on their platform, rather than which stands in stark contrast to the more kind of like semi-anonymous author model that most stock music libraries operate on. Personally, I really like that approach, and it's amazing like what the kind of reaction I've had, because I've even had people like DM me on Instagram and just to let me know that they really, they like my music. I mean, that's never happened before. I even found a music video that somebody made on YouTube, which looks like they use like stock footage, but it was like set to one of the tracks from my Artlist catalog, and I was like, that's crazy, but like that's cool. I like it. So at the end of the day, the music it's getting out there, and that makes me really happy. So would I recommend working with Artlist? Absolutely, yes, I would. I definitely think you should submit your music there. I would just offer the same cautionary advice that I would for anyone also applying to, Motion Array and, basically any other libraries. Just be very conscious of the quality standard. It seems like a lot of libraries, like across the board, have really tightened up the quality standard. So I think it's worth, just getting a second and a third opinion on your mixes, on your productions. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help in any way you can. But ultimately, the goal is to put your music out there is to as many libraries as possible, in my opinion. I mean, I know that there's some people who are still like, exclusive, to Audio Jungle, for example, but and I mean, that's cool. If that's the way you want to rock, then go for it. But I really think that there's a benefit to being non-exclusive and just like pushing your music out to as many corners of the internet as possible. If you do need like personalized feedback, thorough feedback on your tracks, then feel free to check out my Patreon page. I do offer that service there, and you'll get access to composing, mixing, mastering videos, behind the scenes stuff, as well as deals on all the courses that I create and all the products that I have there. So go check that out. I'll put that link down below. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And I hope you're all doing well out there. Got some great content on the way in the next couple of weeks that I'm really excited to share with you. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, as always, put your comments and your questions down below. Love hearing from you, and I will get back to you. All right, take care. Bye.